We're going to talk about the Circle of Competency by Warren Buffett and how it helps out so many investors and how it has helped out the greatest investor of all time, help with picking investments. In the world of investing, we have so many things. You got all type of insurance products, you got stocks, you got real estate, you got Forex, you got all type of penny stocks. It's just so much. You don't know what to invest in. But with the Circle of Competency, it will help you narrow that down, how and why. And also, we're going to play a clip from the GOAT himself. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned in to the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming all the way live from the beautiful state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. The Circle of Competency, I can't remember the title of the book that this is from. I think it's called The Hitting Science or something like that. But what it has is, it has this picture, and he has his strike zone. The strike zone is, I won't say the strike, I think it is the strike zone, or his hitting zone, right? And pretty much when he swings his bat, he has about, a couple places he says, hey, when I swing, this is where I have my most success. When I swing to these spots on the outside, I bat about, 1,000. But when I swing to the spots towards the center, I hit about 4,000. And what he's saying is that, hey, you know what I do? I sit back and I hold that bat until something goes into my sweet spot, into my circle of competency. Now, along the way, while you're waiting on that pitch to come into your circle of competency, you're going to have a lot of noise. You're going to have the audience yelling, hey, swing. Hey, what are you doing? Strike, whatever the case may be. But you're sitting back and you're waiting on your sweet spot. How does this tie into the world of investing? Look at the world of investing. You got so much noise out there. You have large cap, you got small cap, you got mid cap, you got penny stocks, you got Forex trading, you got option trading, you got futures trading. You can trade wheat, oil. Where do you start? There's millions of stocks out there, millions of things to invest in. Where do I start? How do I build my portfolio? So what this pretty much says is that, hey, you sit back and you start with the things that you know. For prime example, you work at Coca-Cola and you know a lot about the soft drink industry, start there. If you are someone who indulges in marijuana, you love to smoke marijuana, or you've been smoking cigarettes and your grandma smoked the cigarettes or whatnot, you start within your area. Hey, I'm a school teacher. By being a school teacher, you know school supplies very well. Or you work in retail. Hey, I work in retail. I've been working at Walmart and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, you start with what you know. A lot of people have been working at Coca-Cola for years, but yet and still, they'll call me wanting to invest in Nike. Have you ever invested in Coca-Cola? No. You've been working there for 20 years. So what this says is that, hey, yes, there's a lot of things out there. Yes, there's a lot of investments thrown your way, but find your circle of competency. Find where's your sweet spot and only pick the spot you want to hit and start there. You have a lot of children, or you work in the healthcare industry or the childcare industry, and you know a lot about children and childcare and things like that. Start within that industry of your circle of competency. So when all these things are thrown at you, when all these stocks, investments, all these lights and bells and whistles are going off, you stay right there within your sweet spot with your bat, and you wait for the ball to come across for you to hit. Now, what we're going to do right now, we're going to play a clip here from Warren Buffett's HBO, Becoming Warren Buffett, and he's going to talk about the circle of competency, and we're going to come right back to it.
Ted Williams wrote a book called The Science of Hitting, and in it he had a picture of himself at bat and the strike zone broken into, I think, 77 squares. And he said if he waited for the pitch that was really in a sweet spot, he would bat 400, and if he had to swing at something on the lower corner, he would probably bat 235. And in investing, I'm in a no-called strike business, which is the best business you can be in. I can look at 1,000 different companies, and I don't have to be right on every one of them or even 50 of them. So I can pick the ball I want to hit. And the trick in investing is just to sit there and watch pitch after pitch go by and wait for the one right in your sweet spot. And if people are yelling, swing you bum, ignore them. There's a temptation for people to act far too frequently in stocks simply because they're so liquid. Over the years, you develop a lot of filters. And I do know what I call my circle of competence. So I stay within that circle, and I don't worry about things that are outside that circle. Defining what your game is, where you're going to have an edge, is enormously important.
So you heard it from the Oracle of Omaha himself. He says, find your circle of competency or whatever that is. Find out what you know and what you don't know and stay within what you know. Because in your field of what you know, I guarantee you there's a lot of great opportunities. All right? That's the Circle of Competency by Warren Buffett. Please apply that to all the investors out there across the globe. Until the next video podcast, cartoon, or whatever else you see me do crazy around the globe, peace, be safe, I'm out, and thank you.